Well, it's a couple of days later now, and the van is still not working. I finally got in touch with the taxi driver friend of mine who came round immediately. He'd spoken to a garage in the meantime after I phoned him, and we went down to see this garage in the local town. And the garage, I was quite hopeful actually, because the garage actually deals with this make of vehicle, and there were a number of them in the workshop when I got round there. But I have a suspicion it was the same guy I'd spoken to on the telephone, because as nice as he was a little cool with me and the French taxi driver, and was almost gleeful when he said that, well, there was nothing he could do for a couple of weeks as he was busy, but he could pick the car up. So I got a feeling it was the same guy. Well, that's of no use, so we then had a rethink, and we realized there was a local garage a bit nearer to the village near me. We went to see him. He was a nice local chap, and after an explanation, he agreed to come round today. Well, I'm expecting him in a few hours, and if he does turn up, he kind of says he's going to have a look at it and see if he can fix it. Now, you know, in my view, this is not a serious problem. It is a serious problem to me because the car isn't working, but it's really a connection problem. And if he can resolve it, hopefully we may get it going today. So we'll keep our fingers crossed, I think, see what happens. And that's it for now.
Well, it's getting towards early evening now, and the mechanic didn't turn up from my little van. He's going to come round this afternoon and have a look at my van. But the ex-mechanic, the gardener, he arrived, and he's cutting the grass here, as you can see. So that's the result, I guess. I think he's resorted to cutting grass now rather than fixing my van, because that was a bit unsuccessful. Anyway, interesting little thing here, this tree. I mean, we had about 5 or 6 apple trees here which we chopped down last year. There was one over there, for example, and the reason this one got reprieved was because of the mistletoe that started to grow on it last year. And I hadn't got the heart to cut this tree down and have the mistletoe lose its home, so this tree got reprieved. And these are cider apples, and as you can see, they're just covered in the tree's covered in them, and then they fall on the ground. They can't be eaten, and we don't make cider with them, so they just cause a lot of problems because the wasps are attracted to them, and we have to keep picking them up. And as soon as you pick one load up, the next day another load's falling down, so it goes on for a couple of months of the year. So it was better without them, really. And then we planted some oaks and a few other trees instead. They're fairly old trees, and obviously when this house was occupied by French farmers, they had a need for cider apples. They would be making their own cider here. And we've got a lot of problems also. That big tree there is a pear tree, and there again, the pears on that are only suitable for making Perrier, or sort of alcoholic drink, like cider out of it. And they fall in their thousands on the ground. But that's a lovely tree, so I don't really want to chop it down. Some new trees there we put in. There's some small oaks that in a couple of years will grow. But the mistletoe is lovely. It just appeared out of nowhere. Amazing. You see a lot of it in France. You don't see so much of it in England. Anyway, the gardener's happy. He's cutting the grass. Right, well, it's 7 in the evening and suddenly the mechanic turned up and he's got his tools out. Okay.
Oh, that's lovely. Right.
Seems a problem. This guy seems to be on top of it. I don't know.
Silly little.
Obviously an awkward piece to get to.
Le boulon est mal, c'est mal foutu, ça, c'est pas la raison. C'est bizarre, ça.
Well, this is a real problem. This guy's having a real problem with it. Can't get this pipe tight. Trouble with these French vans.
C'est moins sweet, ça. Did you?
Well, we're going to lift it up a bit.
On va se faire chier envers ça. Putain. Ah putain, c'est baisé ça. Faut tout démonter. Ils sont bonnes.
problem is getting the position right so that when he puts it back in, I guess he can screw it right.
Un peu juste. Il est pas très très long.
Position.
Bon, elle va peut-être caler la première fois, c'est possible. Vous la mettez en route, vous accélérez. Il va falloir accélérer légèrement. Allez. Autant que le... Il faudrait remettre une poire
oui,
dessus.
oui.
Et installer ça dessus. Et il faudrait y en mettre une dessus, parce que quand on change ce filtre-là, on est emmerdé. Il faudrait le remplir, mais il faut avoir du gaz. Desserrer la tête là.
So now we got to get some diesel through. That's the problem. No diesel in the filter. Nothing getting through.
Il faudrait rallonger le tuyau. Vous la laissez préchauffer.
C'est bon? pretty successful. Nothing coming out now. So we've either still got a drip or we've got residue. This fan is a real problem.
Faut l'arrêter.
Well, still got a problem. Got the big spanner out now. Aha.
Il est pas serré.
Ah, I see. Another problem. Ugh.
Ah, il est serré pourtant.
Oh,
Oui, allô?
I'll be late for dinner.
Oui. Oui. Non, non, pas du tout. Je suis en train de faire un dépannage là. Je vais y aller après. Ouais. D'accord. À tout à l'heure.
Oui.
Elle a pas de joint. Le joint n'a pas été mis. Le joint, il n'y est pas dedans.
Oui.
Il n'y a pas de joint.
Oui, oui.
Alors,
oui.
donc ça ne peut pas marcher. Il y avait le tuyau plus ça.
Oui, oui.
Plus le joint et le tuyau, ça peut pas. Oui. Ça pouvait pas aller. Ouais, bon. Dans le coup, on peut plus le mettre. Qu'est-ce que c'est mal foutu.
So now it looks like we've got to take it all out again. Take that off to get the rest of the filter back on because there was no gasket. Don't understand it. There's a gasket over there. I don't really understand that. Oh, we got the filter back on and now we can't get the engine started again. Okay. Okay? Now we'll see if it's leaking. No?
Et je vais le resserrer maintenant un peu. Vous m'éclairez comme ça.
Right, so we've got everything screwed back tight, and now he's under there with a torch trying to see if there's any leaks again. So we've had leaks in the pipes, leaks in the filter. Let's hope this time it's alright. Is it okay? Right, well, that was successful. What a job. He did an amazing job. And he didn't ask for much money, so I gave him, I think, about 3 times what he asked for. Look, no drips. And it's running well. I think I'll just take it around the block and see that it's going okay.